Hi, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome again to the Pancho Crystal Skull Hour. Just wanted to thank everybody for last week. We did have a repeat of our first show with Kendall Ray Morgan, but this is a brand new show, and we're very happy to be back with you guys. We're here again with Pancho, the ancient crystal skull, and if you notice this little contraption next to him, we're going to be talking a little bit about it with our guest. Our guest today is Rand Allen Porter. Rand is a Reiki master, energy healer, and light worker, and he goes by Jedi Warrior too. So we're very interested in finding out all about that. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me, Mario.
Good. I wanted to talk to you about several things, but most importantly, what you're mainly into, and that is energy and energy work. And I've said it before on the show. Before I got Pancho, I wasn't really too familiar with these terms. I mean, I know what energy is, obviously,
Sure.
But when we talk about energy for healing, or we talk about energy for just different kinds of energy, I was never aware of those things. What is your definition of energy?
Well, that's
I know, right?
It's an all-encompassing term.
Yeah.
Energy is everywhere. It's all around us. It is everything. We're just different forms of energy, and when we really embrace that in our lives, things start to change.
When we embrace the energy, when people come near Pancho, they talk about how they can feel his energy. I guess all of us have energy, right? And we can feel each other's energy. Tell me a little bit about Pancho and your experience of the energy that you felt from him, and where does that energy come from, and what is that energy all about?
Well, Pancho is a quartz crystal. It's what he's made of, and we've known that quartz resonates with a very positive energy. So when people are in proximity to Pancho, they're going to feel his energetic presence and benefit from that, and also maybe even get some information from him.
Okay. Now you're saying that they can benefit from that energy. There are different types of energy. I mean, there's like the ones that are negative energy and positive energy. But what kind? How do you determine what's negative or positive energy? Is there a way to really?
Well, there's lots of different frequencies, but there's a lot of frequencies that are emitted that are actually positive or sympathetic to the human energetic field. And what most crystals emit is positive. So most people experience a positive reaction when they're around crystals of this magnitude.
Of this size?
Yes, it's a very large, beautiful piece of quartz.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit more. You said that everything is energy. You work with energy. I mean, like you're a Reiki healer, you're a Reiki master. Could you tell me a little bit more about what a Reiki master does and what the healing properties are of this kind of energy work?
What Reiki masters do is try to help someone's energy who they might have a chakra that is a little depleted or blocked, and we help get that energy flowing again. And when their energy is flowing, they find a better state of health, a better state of mind. So it's about keeping the energy flowing. It's kind of like a running stream as opposed to a stagnant puddle. You want to keep the energy moving and it stay fresh and vibrant, and that's kind of what we do. We help facilitate that movement of the energies throughout the body.
How did you get started with energy work? I mean, you seem like just a normal guy that, I don't know, you once told me that you even were up for the part of Conan the Barbarian. How did you get into energy work?
Yeah, stunt camp, son of Conan.
Oh.
I actually was a carpenter at the Omega Institute in upstate New York. I was building stages for like Deepak Chopra and Thich Nhat Hanh, but really didn't know who they were. But then someone approached me and smiled and said, "You're a very powerful healer. You just don't know it yet." And I thought they were a little wonky, but after like the third person did that, I started to take it seriously. And then a woman approached me and said, she wanted to teach me Reiki. And I said, "Well, how much is that going to cost me?" She goes, "Oh, no, I've been told to teach you Reiki, and I'm going to do it for free because you need to learn." So, and she
taught you Reiki.
She was gracious enough to teach me. and I was mastered in 1999.
Oh wow. Okay, so you've been practicing Reiki for a while.
Yes.
What exact? You work with subtle energies when you practice Reiki with the human body and with the chakras. Maybe we need to talk about a little bit about that for our audience who might not know what the chakras are. Could you go into a little bit more detail about the chakras?
Well, the Western philosophy sees usually uses the 7 chakra system: the root, a sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown chakras. And they're kind of like the traffic circles of your energy in your body, and the energy and the traffic needs to keep flowing and keep the energy moving. And we help facilitate that by clearing and energizing each chakra and allowing the energy to flow up to the crown and down through the root and to the earth, which keeps you grounded and keeps you healthy.
So what if your energy isn't flowing properly in your body, what kind of symptoms might one have? Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, if you have some blocked energy flow, emotional stress, fear, anger, lots of things like that will help cause disease, because you'll have an energy block, and that energy block will start to stagnate and thus cause some disease. So it is important to keep the energy flowing. And certain chakras relate to certain emotions and things like that, so we try to focus on what makes the most sense.
One thing I want to tell everybody in our audience is that on our last segment, when we usually do a meditation, actually Rand is going to do a little Reiki on me and kind of give a little bit of explanation about what you're doing.
Okay.
And so, do you have a practice here in town? Do you?
I attend a healing circle every Monday night where I treat people. It's all free. Many very talented healers show up for this, and we treat people, and we have a lot of people come just to be treated. And it's a really nice community. I'm really honored to be a part of it.
That's awesome. So, I've actually seen people perform Reiki on like pets and even inanimate objects. Is that correct?
Oh, definitely. My cats love it.
Your cats love it?
Yeah, they just come every morning when I'm waking up, and they want their little Reiki love. And then I'm also a computer technician, and I find doing a little energy work on certain towers will definitely help. And I notice certain clients whose energy are a little off will be calling me a lot more than other clients, because their computer actually picks up their energy.
So again, and I want to talk a little bit more about how Pancho and his energy. Can you do like Reiki on like Pancho, or does Pancho do Reiki on us? How does that work? I mean, and I don't know if he would be called that modality, what he does to us with his energy Reiki, but just that energy.
Well, it's an energy exchange. We can definitely send energy to him, and he'll just send it right back to us. So it's definitely it's a give and take. So
So where does the healing come from?
In respect to Pancho?
Yeah, in respect to Pancho.
His energy will help. If you have a negative energy, he has so much positive energy that your energy will tend to want to osmose to his and change to his. He'll bring you up to his level, which will clarify you and make you have cleaner energy, which will help alleviate any issues you have.
Okay. So I had a guest on a couple of weeks ago, and well, actually, she was a call-in, and she talked about how having been near Pancho, the energy healed. She had some kind of a foot swell that was like unbearable for her, and she couldn't walk, and she was having a lot of trouble. But she got into the car with Pancho and was around him for a little bit, and all of a sudden the swelling went down. Was that the energy working?
Oh, of course, yeah. Sometimes we're holding on to something, and the energy just sits there, and it just takes something like Pancho to help that release and allow that energy to just start flowing again.
Healing energy.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And is there a difference really between healing energy and positive energy, or is all healing energy positive, or all positive energy healing?
Well, that's a good one. No, I would say healing energy is positive energy with a healing intent. And
with a healing intent.
Positive energy is just positive energy that can be taken and used for whatever. So one is just a little bit more refined than the other.
Okay. Yeah, and that's and I find that interesting because you use the word intent, And I think, you know, when people are around Pancho, the intention is so strong, especially from the people who made him, who created him, and that's the energy that I feel that is that we're receiving and that we're getting from him. And that's why when people are near him, I mean, everybody, almost everybody that I talk to that gets near Pancho just talks about how happy or how good they feel when they're around him. You know, it's just amazing. So we're going to continue talking. On the next segment, I really want to get more into what you do and the little contraptions that you build.
Okay.
Because they're really cool. And I might just not say anything because I'm like, when I'm like, really, it's just way out of my league. So you're going to be enlightening me a little bit more, and hopefully my audience too, our audience. So I'm happy that you're here, Rand. And thank you so much, everybody that's listening to us here on JJLNradio.info.